check this cute blanket out. This is the knit purl, the tutorial I promised. So, and it is 27 by 28 inches. And also you will need less than 3 skeins of yarn. And one last thing, I did the dragon humps here in the bottom, so they will look the same as the top up here. So this is the final result. So let's get started. So for the knit purl blanket, I just did 20 loops for this one, and then I will turn it over, and then I will gather those little loops right here to create that nice edge. Like, so when you close off, it will look the same as the bottom here. So you just come from the top, it's like a pearl almost, and we will go all the way like this, and in the end we will turn it and you can see the braid. So you can pause the video, I'll be right back. Here you have it. And the cool thing about this pattern is you can do however many you want. So you can make it a big blanket or a small blanket. So I will go in 5s. So it's just important that all your 5s are the same. You can do 7s, you can do 8s, you can do whatever you want. I'm just showing a smaller blanket this way. So I did my chain for 20, and then I did the dragon loops all the way, and now we are ready to start. You see this braid right here? That will be the same as when we're closing off later on. So I always skip that first loop for a nicer braid. So, but it's still counting as the first loop. So you will knit 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's knit 5 and purl 5. So this is where the yarn comes from the top, and you will pull it through. 1, 2, and try to keep them the same size. Sometimes when you do pearls, they tend to be bigger, but you want to make sure that they are all the same. So we need 2 more. Just pull it through. So that is the 5 pearls, and now we will do 5 regular knit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we will do pearls, but I will not purl this end. I will always knit the end. 2, 3, 4, and the last one we will knit. So here you have it. So I will just continue till I feel it's a perfect square. I will come back in a little bit, and then I will measure it out. So then we will change color, and then we will do the opposite. So you can pause the video and you will continue for a few rows. All right, so for the tension I was using, I did 8 rows back and forth, and now it is measuring 7, and then I'm starting from after the edge, and it is 7 the other way too. So this is just the tension for what I'm doing, so you will figure out what you need to do to make a exact square out of yours. It could be more, it could be less, depending on the tension. So anyway, so that was 8 rows, and now we will change the color. And Again, since I am skipping that final loop, I want to change the color for the final loop. So I will pull this one out and then I will cut it from this one. So every time we change the color, then you should do a full row of regular knit. Otherwise you can see the little stitches on the front, so it will look like the wrong side. Some people like that. I just feel like that's the wrong side. So from here, we will go the whole way just doing regular knit, starting with that final loop right here to create this nice braid, and then we will just do a full knit for all 20 loops. And these little pearls are kind of hiding, so make sure that you don't miss them underneath. That can be hiding a little bit, and you can always see the knit. They are the ones on top. And again, make sure you get them down here. Here is the final loop. So now we want to change color, and then also the pattern. We will do the opposite. So instead of doing pearls right here, we will now do knit and purl, knit and purl. So it's super easy pattern. Again, skip that first one, and we will continue with the knit right here. So it's purl, knit, and now we will do 5 pearls where the working yarn is pulled from the top. And again, I will go another 8 rows to make it consistent. And from the top. And again, like we did on the other side, I will only purl 4 of them because the last one I always want to knit so it looks nice. So that was row 1, and I will do 7 more and then I will be back. Here we are again, and I will also now change it from the second to the last. Pull that out, that's a little bit easier. Let's change this color. And we will do the exact same thing again till you have the length of the blanket you want. And make sure that it's a purl. And then we start with a knit, and we will knit the whole way again. Let me get this out of the way. I just love this pattern, and it is so easy. And it adds that perfect texture to it. It looks fancy and elegant, and yet it's so easy. All right, so here we are again So we just did regular knit, purl, knit, and purl. So now we will reverse it. So we will start with purl. So see how easy it is? I will finish this blanket and I will show you what it looks like. Just a little tip when you do the purls. So make sure that you don't just do a purl and then it's super loose so you have a big gap in between. I like to make sure that they are close together and then push it through. So kind of hold the loops and feel the tension and push it through. You don't want that big old gap in between them. So I am going to close it off now. I have my 4 rows of squares here. So time to close it off, and we will do that like we always do. And this way I will show you that the chain will look the same as the closing right here. So we do this normal. Make sure that these loops are loose. So you don't want to stretch it so your blanket will curl in like this. You want to make sure that it's laying flat. And then you will, so this is almost 3 fingers wide. So you want it to come over without pulling it. And also make sure that you have all of your loops so you don't have to come back. These little guys are hiding underneath here. And again, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe for many more. I do like to post patterns and anything by request. That was the end of that one. And you can just weave it in on the back side, tie a double knot. It's not going anywhere. You can weave it in all the way, or you can just tie one more knot. That's what I will do here. And I think we will just fuse it on the inside right here. Like so. And you also want to close it off where you started. This is so cute. What do you think? Need to put a little tag on it. And you can make a little stuffie for it or a little pillow, make it a cute little set. Please let me know what you think.